The following program is a Greenlight Maine production being brought to you in part by Bangor Savings Bank.
It's the way life should be. Greenlight Maine, building Maine's economy. Greenlight Maine, start here, scale here, stay here. It's your Maine and mine, building Maine's economy, one dream at a time. It's the way life should be. Greenlight Maine.
Welcome to Greenlight Maine. I'm Julene Gervais. Thank you for joining us for another great matchup with some of the most talked about companies in our state. We have 10 companies this season and a prize purse of $40,000. You're about to meet two companies making great advancements in some of Maine's most iconic industries. Before we meet them, we're going to say hello to our judges who are doing so much for our state and building Maine's economy. Welcome Chris Simpson from Bangor Savings Bank.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm Chris Simpson. I'm a regional market manager at Bangor Savings. Bangor Savings Bank has 70 branches across Maine and New Hampshire, and I get to work with the teams and the branches that bring the products and services to the people and the businesses of the community.
Awesome, helping so many people. And back with us once again in the middle seat is Chris Roney from the Finance Authority of Maine.
Thanks, Julene. Yes, I'm Chris Roney. I'm the General Counsel of the Finance Authority of Maine. FAME helps families afford and attain higher education, and also helps Maine businesses attract capital and grow and start.
Awesome, also helping so many people. And rounding out the panel is no stranger to Greenlight Maine. Welcome back, John Karp from MTI.
Thank you. Great to be back. I'm an executive in residence at MTI, and part of that assignment is serving as the executive director of the Maine Space Corporation, which was formed a couple of years ago to foster the growth of the space industry in Maine.
Awesome. Okay, we're going to talk to you in just a few minutes. It's time for our first pitch, which comes to us from Coastal Measures. I'd like to welcome Josh Humberston to the Greenlight Maine stage. Whenever you're ready, look right at the judges and have fun.
Thank you. Something that I find absolutely insane is that hundreds of millions of dollars have gone into technology, digital infrastructure that lets curated videos of cute dogs be delivered to your phone on demand. I'm not saying I'm opposed to this. I love a cute dog video as much as the next person. But what's really interesting here is that this technology doesn't exist for the ocean. The most influential, powerful environment in the world. My name's Dr. Josh Humberston, founder and CEO of Coastal Measures, and this is the problem that we're solving. So after a lot of research, what we found is the problem isn't the availability of data, but the ability to access it and use it in a meaningful way. What we've seen is that as much as 90% of ocean data is collected and never used. It sits on the shelves. That data has a ton of value, but we need to be able to extract it better in order to make the important decisions for our communities, for our industries, and for even governments, federal and state. Here's how we're about to change that with our platform called Cumulus. Cumulus is a standardized way for sensors, from a water level sensor to a wave sensor, water quality sensor, bringing all that data into one place, standardizing it, and adding an AI layer. So you can ask a simple question like, how is the water quality at my oyster farm this morning? You don't have to dig through spreadsheets. It can tell you, it's good, but there is a storm coming. It might change. Do you want to add a notification? That's real value delivered from data science that anybody can use. We're proud to call Maine our home. We are the future of ocean intelligence, and Maine is the perfect place to do this. With over 3,000 miles of coastline, over 3,000 islands, and a rich history of industry that is quickly modernizing to use modern infrastructure, technical and otherwise, we are excited to grow this business in Maine. Thank you.
Excellent pitch, and we are excited to have you in Maine, so thank you so much. All right, Chris, kick us off.
Yeah, thank you, and great presentation. I guess one of the things I was wondering is, how do you collect some of that data that you were able to feed to the consumer?
Yeah, we partner with hardware manufacturers. So we actually partner with people who make buoys to collect data in Maine. We work with some from around the country, and we also work with our public entities like NOAA, NERACUS, who collect data all over the world right now.
Chris.
Yes, thanks. Where's your target market? Are you mostly focused on businesses, also consumers directly, or and then how are you going to differentiate between the two, and how are you going to split your business in that?
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's a good question, insightful. We do direct to customer, but our focus is on the B2B. So we are focusing a lot on the insurance industry that's been really struggling to understand the risk profiles in coastal zones, having blanket policies that don't work well. This doesn't work for the consumer or the company. So we can actually deliver them better data that improves their decision-making power.
That's great.
So with the insurance industry being your key market, are you thinking more of a Lloyd's of London play, or who are the insurance companies that you think are going to be your initial customers?
Yeah, we've actually been talking to quite a few, from original insurers to reinsurers, the Guy Carpenters of the world, the FM Globals. These people are already dumping hundreds of millions of dollars into active research, changing how they do insurance by advising their customers ahead of hazards to avoid claims rather than insuring them after the fact. So we're really seeing this fairly pivotal shift in insurance right now, and we're trying to get ahead of it by being that data provider for them.
Very useful tool. Do you have another question?
Yeah, where do you see yourself in 12 months?
In 12 months, our goal is to be growing a team of about 5 or 6 here in the state of Maine. We're 3 right now. Recurring revenue, we plan to have over 12 vendors in our ecosystem that we have. And we also plan to be expanding our capabilities. So ultimately, this is a passion for us. And one of our big things is, how do we build more resilient communities? How do we solve climate issues? How do we start to avoid risk if you are an aquaculture farmer and don't want your early crops to die? I think there's a lot of information that can help that. And so from an impact perspective, that's where we hope our technology gets in the next 12 months.
I'm curious as to what kind of safeguards you have in place. I mean, as with any AI driven business, there's typically some safeguards to maintain the accuracy, human in the loop kind of approaches. What's your approach to kind of maintaining the integrity of the data you?
The whole platform that we've built, Cumulus, is about maintaining that data custody from the time it is created until it's delivered to a customer. So we're not able to guarantee that an AI product is perfect every time, but we still live in the world of AI. And so what we can do is say, here is all the data that went into the AI model. Here is the rationalization from that AI model. And here's the solution it came up with. I would still go check other facts. I'd look at the data yourself, scan it over, make sure there's not an obvious mistake there. But most times, and we do metrics of how well we've performed in the past, we do really, really well. But it doesn't mean there can't be mistakes, and we do want people to be aware of that.
What does the revenue model look like, your fee structure for a given insurance company?
Yeah, so we actually have a 2-sided business model. One is working with these vendors. They make really great hardware, and what we've learned is that they want to be able to offer AI. They want to be able to say, my data works with other data to give better information. So we actually do a revenue sharing model for every sensor that works with the Cumulus platform. On the other side, it's based on data and add-ons. So you have a Cumulus account to access specific data, but you say you want our AI agent called YSOK, you add that on, and it is a monthly recurring fee, or potentially at the enterprise scale, a yearly agreement.
All right. Well, excellent questions, excellent answers. I'm sure we're going to hear so much more about you, so congratulations.
Thank you.
We're going to take a short break and hear from our sponsors, but don't go away because we're switching gears to the forest products industry, and our next company says they can build it better and stronger. Don't go away. Come on over.
Since 1852, Bangor Savings Bank has been helping New Englanders thrive by living our You Matter More promise. We invest in Northern New England because your ideas, your well-being, and your business matter to us. Our commitment is reflected in our caring employees, innovative solutions, and investments in local communities. At Bangor Savings Bank, you are at the heart of everything we do because you matter more.
I am truly awestruck by the innovation that exists.
The people at FAME are incredibly knowledgeable about small business.
Our role is to help.
But to have people in your corner that will guide you through the whole process is really helpful.
They know what it takes to not just open a business, but ensure that it's successful.
FAME works for Maine, helping businesses and lenders create a bright economic future.
It's about helping Maine grow.
Caring for your teeth, gums, and eyes is a must when it comes to your overall health, but it doesn't have to drain your budget. Delta Dental provides affordable, dependable dental and vision coverage for individuals and families looking for preventive, long-term care. Whether you're still working, retirement is on the horizon, or you're a small business owner, we've got a plan for you. So choose coverage that cares from Delta Dental. Find the plan that's right for you at nedelta.com.
At C&P, we do more than just power your community. We invest in Maine's future.
Nearly half of our outages come from one thing: trees crashing down.
That's why we're replacing aging cables with stronger, better protected ones.
And reinforcing our energy grid with steel poles and solid connections, built for Maine's weather.
And we're training the next generation, creating good jobs with competitive wages.
From Mainers like us.
And me.
C&P, where energy meets humanity. Good job, Kelly.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. Our next company is bringing something brand new to the forest products industry. I'd like to welcome Aidan Salisbury with Latis Materials. Whenever you're ready, look right at the judges and have fun.
Cool, thanks. Hi everybody, my name is Aidan Salisbury. I am the co-founder and CEO of Latis Materials. And at Latis, we're manufacturing low-cost carbon fiber from trees. So carbon fiber is an incredibly strong and lightweight yarn. It's woven into a fabric, molded into a specific shape, and then combined with a resin to create a high-strength composite part. It's commonly used in things like the bodies of aircrafts or Formula One cars. At the same weight, carbon fiber can be up to 5 times stronger than steel. It's a really, really amazing material. But today, carbon fiber is made from oil and gas, and it's extremely expensive. Because it's so expensive, it's really only used in high-performance applications in industries that can afford it, like commercial jet parts or rocket parts. But carbon fiber is an amazing material and it belongs in everything. Cars, construction, consumer products, carbon fiber belongs in them all, but the price is really the problem. And that is where Latis Materials comes in. Instead of making carbon fiber from petroleum, we make it from a renewable byproduct of the pulp and paper industry, something that Maine already produces in huge quantities. Because we use this renewable starting material, we can dramatically lower the cost of carbon fiber while making it more sustainably. And Maine is uniquely positioned to lead this transformation. We already have the existing workforce, the infrastructure, and the forests required to help our material reach the world. And our vision isn't just to build new factories, but to build alongside existing ones and help scale with the forest industry. We can lower the cost of carbon fiber, strengthen Maine's forest economy, and provide new advanced manufacturing jobs in rural communities. And for me, this mission is really personal. I was born and raised in Farmington, Maine, and I saw the aftermath of the J Mill digester explosion. Later, when I was studying mechanical engineering at the University of Maine, I saw the Old Town Mill shut down. And Mainers were a really resilient people. Places like Millinocket continue to reinvent themselves even after mill closures. And at Latis, we really believe that Maine's forest industry can evolve and emerge as a global leader in sustainable advanced materials. Our company has already made strong progress. We were funded through Stanford University's entrepreneurship program. We are setting up a research-scale manufacturing line at the Rue Institute here in Portland, and we're receiving an exclusive agreement from our partner university to license their patented carbon fiber technology. We'll use the funding from Greenlight Maine to purchase manufacturing equipment and move closer towards pilot-scale production. Our goal is really simple. We want to turn trees into carbon fiber and make our state the cornerstone of an industry of tomorrow. Thank you.
You had the right person at the right time in the right place, so awesome. All right, Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Given the nature of the product you're talking about, I'm sure there's some educational component that goes along with it. So what would your strategy be to kind of get the word out on the capabilities of this product?
Yeah, sure. I think it's really a matter of talking to existing customers who are using carbon fiber, letting them know that this product exists and is on the market and can lower the cost versus what they're currently paying. And it also can offset and replace other structural materials like metals, for instance, like mild steels or stainless steels, when we can, lightweight those parts and make them stronger.
Great.
Chris.
Yeah, I guess I'm still interested in a little bit in the science. I'm not a scientist at all, or an engineer, but just what parts of the tree, components end up, replacing the petroleum. So is it like a tannin or lignin stuff, or what is it that's in the trees that helps here?
Sure. So it's the lignin specifically, which is the second most abundant organic polymer in the world. So during the pulp and paper process, they actually extract the lignin from the cellulose. They use the cellulose to make paper, and the lignin is burned as a low-grade fuel at the existing pulp and paper mill. So we're just going to buy that from the pulp and paper mill and then turn it into carbon fiber. So we can get maybe more into the process if you'd like.
Yeah, but, so it's a biofuel thing that you can then turn into the carbon fiber.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
John.
I want to ask two questions. First is, how much does this cost per pound compared to traditionally manufactured carbon fiber, and what grade are we comparing it to? High modulus or low modulus? Second thing is equipment to produce this. I'm just very curious about a brief discussion on what it costs to build the equipment per site.
Sure. Yeah, so we are kind of competing with a range of materials. We don't really want to compete with the aerospace grade carbon fiber. That can be anywhere between $40 and $80 a pound. So it's really, really expensive. Super high modulus, super high tensile strength, but used for very specific applications. And the reason why our carbon fiber is so attractive is because we can offer it to those industries who are using stainless steel, aluminum, fiberglass, and who haven't been able to afford a carbon fiber, but now they can because ours is cheaper. And we're kind of targeting between $7 and $12 a pound.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you have a location that you're going to do this in yet?
Yeah, sure. So we're in Saco, Maine right now. We're setting up our research scale line at the Rue Institute in Portland, and then our goal is to move into probably the tech place in Brunswick.
Excellent. Well, great pitch. Congratulations on everything you've done, and we can't wait to watch you, so go for it.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a short break and hear from our sponsors, but after this, our judges are going to weigh in, so don't go away. We'll be right back. You can come on over.
Some people think press releases are outdated, but they're not. They're incredibly valuable in the age of artificial intelligence. It's because they're structured, they're factual, and they're distributed through trusted platforms. That makes them easy for AI to find and to trust. A strong press release clearly explains who you are and why you matter, and it becomes part of your permanent digital footprint. I'm Nancy Marshall, the PR maven, and I've been in public relations since before the internet. And today, PR is more important than ever to help you get found, get known, and to grow your business.
Albin, Randall & Bennett, committed to providing accounting solutions to Greenlight Maine startups, working with businesses and organizations that operate locally and nationally. ARBCPA.com.
It's Military Appreciation Month at Pape Chevrolet, and we're honoring all our active and retired service members with $1,000 in bonus cash. Plus, anyone can score 0% APR financing when purchasing a new 2026 Silverado 1500, or save on the 2026 Silverado 2500 or 3500 HD with 3.9% APR financing. And our free 6-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty comes standard with the purchase of any new Chevy. Come see why. You always do better at Pape.
Join us for the 3rd annual Maine & Co. Greenlight Maine Golf Tournament at the Samoset Resort on Monday, June 29th. To register your team or for more information, visit greenlightmaine.com.
Since 1852, Bangor Savings Bank has been helping New Englanders thrive by living our You Matter More promise. We invest in Northern New England because your ideas, your well-being, and your business matter to us. Our commitment is reflected in our caring employees, innovative solutions, and investments in local communities. At Bangor Savings Bank, you are at the heart of everything we do because you matter more.
Whether you're a small business
or a big business, whether you're cutting edge or looking at a traditional industry in a whole new way, whether you're on the coast, in the city, a small town, wherever. If you're an organization here in Maine, if you want to innovate, and if you want to grow, we want to support you. We're the Maine Technology Institute.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. Our judges have a lot to talk about. We just heard from some iconic Maine industries, and we'll start with coastal measures only because Josh pitched first. So what'd you think?
Sure. Well, I thought Josh did a great job, and I think that what the work that they're doing is so instrumental, like being in Maine and with the coastline and having so much industry in Maine. So I think that there's definitely a need, and definitely a need for us to understand and take care of our coast the best we can. I think some of his opportunity he has is kind of with some of the competition out there already in the marketplace. Like, how does he bring awareness to some of the differentiating factors that his business has compared to some of the other existing things out there?
Mm-hmm. He has had like 25 sales, he said, which is really good. So, I mean, he is well on his way, right, Chris?
Yeah, I think so. And he's obviously very, very knowledgeable, very polished. He did a great job, and I think, as you say, Kevin, the need is there. I think it's developing. I think climate change is a huge opportunity for him, right? I mean, the tie-in with weather and the ocean climate. I think there's a lot there to be excited about.
Absolutely, yeah. People definitely want to know what is going on with the water.
Right, because the oceans are not going down; they're going up. Flood insurance is astronomical. Right. There's a lot of opportunities driving him. I like the model of partnering with hardware vendors where buoy manufacturers would actually engage their services and software. Right. I do think there is some competition already out there though. So I don't know, but it's a big market.
That's right. He only needs a piece of the pie, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's switch gears and talk about Latis materials. And again, you guys spend a lot of time off camera learning about the stories of what led these people to this point, and everybody really has a great Maine story. Aiden, he's from Farmington, he's grew up in a mill town, he's very familiar with Jay and Rumford and all that, so he's really passionate about this.
Yeah, it was another excellent pitch. I think what I loved about that was really the innovation behind the product. The low manufacturing cost, and that really he, saw an opportunity or an industry that you could kind of pair with and kind of help mutually benefit. So I think that was great.
I really like the, all of what Chris said, but also the economic development potential in that project for Maine. I think there's a lot of mill areas that have space and the materials available, and the kind of synergies of that, from a Maine perspective, I think is a really great story.
Yeah, it ticks a lot of passion boxes for sure. The environmental angle and frankly the sex appeal of going to carbon fiber for parts at a price that you could possibly do in aluminum is a very big deal. And the fact you're using a byproduct which sequesters carbon, another box check there. So I think that they've really got something there.
And I know some of the things that we kind of discussed too was just like if the things do take off from here, like some of the supply constraints based on could be potentially strong demand could cause some challenges going forward.
Yes, absolutely. So what I didn't mention is you can lose your round and still go on to the finals. And I mean, these guys are both, like, I could see either one of them going on to the finals. So if they get there, what would you like to see?
I would like to see, where they think that what their next steps would be, and where they want to go in the future.
Awesome, Chris.
Yeah, I think we return to this sometimes, the scalability issue, and like how do you get to the next step? I mean, it's they have a great core in both these businesses, and then how do you further develop and get to that place where you want to be.
Yeah, so maybe they come prepared, sharing a little bit more.
Yeah, more of the plan.
Right, their revenue cycle looks like maybe 12 to 18 months out.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the scaling capital requirements for the carbon technology are going to be obviously a lot higher than the IT. On the other hand, it's a heck of a good technology too. They both are.
Yeah, no, I think they're both strong. Both strong candidates, I think, is the answer.
Well, you guys have your work cut out for you, but we're going to give you a couple more minutes to decide while we take a short break and hear from our sponsors. We love your comments from home, so please keep your comments coming, and we'll be back right after this with the winner of today's round. Don't go away.
You don't have to do college the usual way. At Thomas College, we do college differently. We do academics differently. We do success differently. We do community differently. We do innovation differently. We do careers differently. Where belonging isn't promised, it's lived. We don't just prepare you for a job, we empower your future. It's time to do college differently.
Caring for your teeth, gums, and eyes is a must when it comes to your overall health, but it doesn't have to drain your budget. Delta Dental provides affordable, dependable dental and vision coverage for individuals and families looking for preventive, long-term care. Whether you're still working, retirement is on the horizon, or you're a small business owner, we've got a plan for you. So choose coverage that cares from Delta Dental. Find the plan that's right for you at nedelta.com.
Junior Achievement of Maine accelerates economic mobility for Maine students by equipping them with the skill sets and mindsets to envision choice-filled futures. Thanks to a network of over 800 volunteers across the state, students are being introduced to career pathways they may not know exist, building workforce development skills and accessing professional development networks, all before they graduate. Join JA Maine in ensuring a stronger future for Maine and its students.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. We just heard two impressive pitches from two of Maine's heritage industries, and it's time to find out who gets the green light. Judges, I'm going to count you down. 3, 2, 1. And that means Latis Materials is the winner of this round. Congratulations to Aiden, you are moving on in the competition. Well, that's all the time that we have for today. We appreciate your feedback, so please keep the comments coming. And you can see all of our episodes on greenlightmaine.com. We'll be back next week with 2 more outstanding companies, so please join us then. Have a successful week. Congratulations, awesome job, yes.
Greenlight Maine would like to thank our premier partner, Bangor Savings Bank, our corporate partners, and our sponsors. Thank you.